hand. In tabletop position, curl your toes under and come back up to down dog. Let your toes go up and down. And then rock forward into a standing forward fold. Once again, let your head hang heavy. Grasp opposite elbows and do a little swing from side to side. Letting yourself come up slowly. And give yourself a little shake. Come to the top of your mat or near the top of your mat. And make sure you have one block nearby. Okay. So standing, feet are together, posture's good, hands are on our hips here. We are going to step up with our right foot and send it back so it's parallel with the back of the mat here in a warrior two stance. Bend into that front knee. Let your arms come out. And we have warrior two arms. Check the back arm. Is it up as high as your front one? If not, adjust and lean into that. Good. Now we're going to let that back hand come down on the thigh. And the right hand, we're going to turn it up, thumbs up, and lift it up, gaze lifts up. And then returning back to warrior two. And then straightening that front leg. I just need to lunge a little bit and get my block. And I'm going to be putting it right here by my foot. So my front knee is straight. And we are going to do a triangle pose. So let's use our right arm and put it here at our waist. And we're going to lean down with our left arm. It's going to touch the block. We're going to hold it here. We're going to turn this right hip inward. And now we're going to bring this arm out and up. Beautiful. Good job, everyone. Looks great. And you feel that nice stretch? Remember to keep your legs straight if you can. That front leg. Okay, holding here is a lot easier when you have a block, don't you agree? Okay, let yourself come back. Both hands on the block. And come back up again. Good job. And let yourself come forward. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So, let yourself move a little bit, have a little motion. Hands are on your hips here. As we pick up this left foot and send it back. With the foot parallel to the back of the mat. Leaning into that front knee. Arms open up into warrior two arms. Stretching. Checking that back arm. Leaning forward. Good job. Looking great, everyone. Now that back hand comes down to your thigh. Lift that front hand, thumbs up, and bring it up as your gaze looks up. Notice that stretching through your abdominals. Feels good. And then bring it back to warrior two arms. And once again, stretching that leg, moving it forward. And now hands come down and straighten that knee. Once again, we're going to take our block and put it beside that front foot. And our hand is going to come across from at our waist. So here we are. We're going to lean that right hand down to the block. And we're going to take that left hand and open it up, reaching high. And now bring that hand back and rise back up. Bend into that front knee, or your two arms. Push up with that back foot, and you're up at the front. There you go, everyone. Great job. Looks great. Now we're going to come back to the back of the mat. Just send yourself back however you want to. We're going to move on to a chair pose. So in chair pose, you simply just want to sit back. Your arms want to rise up. And you just want to feel all that strength in your legs. You can pulse it a little bit. And we're going to hold here just for a moment. And then push off and come back up to a standing position. Let yourself have a little bit of movement again. This time, we're going to come up on our toes in chair position. So let yourself sit back, arms go up. Carefully, if you choose to, come up to your toes. If that doesn't work for you, just keep your heels down and hold here. Then release, knees straight, and come back down. One more move in chair, and that is with the revolved hands. So we'll hold our hands like this, and then we'll turn our torso in each direction. So here we go. Sitting back into chair pose. Hands come to heart center. And we're going to turn our arms so our arms are open to the right. Holding here. Back to center. Hands to heart. And now to the other side. Back to center. And push up. And aren't we glad we're done with chair poses? You can really feel that in your legs. Okay. One more move here with the blocks. Put your block at the highest position in the middle of your mat. We're going to get our turbo twists here so everyone has a good day with their digestion. So stand with your feet slightly apart, the block in the middle. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Now we're going to bend forward. The right hand comes right down on that block. Left hand comes down beside it. And open up and twist to your right. Actually to your left, everyone. Return to center. Switch out your hands. And twisting. Now to the right. Back to center. Moving it to the next spot. Let your body adjust to the difference in height. Maybe you need to spread your feet just a tiny bit more. Right hand stays in the middle. And reaching up with a twist. And then back down. Switching out. And back. Moving it to the lowest position. Once again, giving yourself a moment to adjust. Right hand stays where it is. Turn and twist. Back to center. Other side. Back to center. This time we're just going to put this block to the side. Come down to the carpet in front of you or stay on your mat, whatever works for you. Open up. And back down. Open up. And back down. Now here you are in this kind of, spread your legs a little wider. You're in a wide-legged forward fold. Feet are pushing forward. Let your head hang heavy. And let your arms once again hold opposite elbows. And let yourself come to an inverted position. And then release. Fingertips touch the mat. And slowly allow yourself to come up. Everybody's up. Bring those arms up for star pose. Fingers spread wide. Gaze looks up. Perfect. Bring hands together overhead. We're going to come down into a squat here. You might have to move your feet a little bit. Holding. Pushing up back into star. Bringing it back down. One more time. And let yourself come up and bring your feet together. Meet me again at the back of the mat. Let yourself have a little bit of movement, side to side. Maybe it feels good to do a leapy back bend. Arms out in front of you, windmilling your right arm back, opening up the chest, bringing it back, switching out to the other side. Hands meet, bring them back, deep breath in. Exhale through your nose. Let your knees bend and let yourself come down so your fingertips are on the mat again. Walking out into this transitional down dog as we come forward. And once again, pulling it out. Looking our dog. And once again, a high plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let your knees come to the mat. Feet come to, toes come together. Legs open for another child's pose. Option to do prayer hands. Notice if you sink deeper into child's pose this time than you did at the last child's pose. Things have definitely loosened up. And then when you feel ready, putting out a child's pose and switching over. So you're lying on your back on your mat. And let yourself lie back. Have a full body stretch here, friends. Bring your right knee into your chest and give it a hug. Send that leg, straighten it out, send it up. So you have one leg up the wall, holding it behind your knee crease. Letting it sway a little from side to side. And now letting it fall across the left one. So it's going across your body into a twist here. Breathing in deep here. One more breath. And bring that leg up. Holding behind on the thigh. Maybe you rise up towards your knee a little bit. Or pull your knee back and meet it halfway. and then release it down. We're going to do the same with the other one, pulling it into our chest. Letting it move from side to side. And then straightening it up. Letting it fall across our body for a stretch. Remember to breathe here in the space that's opened up. One more breath. And now bring your leg back. Once again, we're going to stretch it forward. And maybe you come up and meet your leg, pulling it towards you. And then relax it down. Keeping your knees bent and the soles of your feet on the mat. Let your set of legs fall to the right side in a windshield wiper fashion. And now bring them across to the other side. And we're going to do this 2 more times. Now let the soles of your feet come together and let your legs come out to the side for reclined butterfly position. Hands are on belly. Option to take hands and pushing your legs down a little farther if that feels right to you. And taking some breaths here. One more breath. And now bringing your legs back together. Knees are still bent. Putting your hands palm down on the mat. And with our final pose, we're going to do a bridge. And think of that bridge to kindness. Step your heel back towards your fingertips. And then when you're ready, you can engage your legs and lift up to make a bridge. Option to bound hands underneath your lower back, pressing up. Remembering to breathe. And then when you're ready, let yourself come down very slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And you can straighten your legs, do a full body stretch. I'm going to turn out the lights, and I'll be right back with you. Allow yourself to have a check-in with your body, starting at the top of your head. Thinking about your forehead. Do you need to soften the lines of your brow, your forehead? Coming down to the side of your temples. And looking down to your jawline, the area where your ears are. Tongue in your mouth, down through your neck and your shoulders. Moving on to each arm, to the bicep area, to the elbows, to the forearms, to the wrists, to the hands. Now returning to the torso, the rib area, Moving down to your waist and hips. Moving on to your thighs, and your knees, your calves, the shin area, the ankles, the feet, and all those bones in your toes. Let yourself take a deep breath in and let it out as you come to your final rest of Savasana. I'm going to share with you a reading from a devotional called The Upper Room. I'm going to paraphrase it a little bit. The verse is from Ephesians. Be kind and compassionate to one another. And it's entitled Advice from One Older. What do I regret? That was the question a best-selling writer answered in a commencement speech at Syracuse University. His approach was that of an older person. He shared one or two regrets he had in life with the younger people who were graduating, who could maybe learn something from his examples. He listed a few things people might assume he regretted, like being poor for a while or having to work at terrible jobs. But what he said, he didn't really regret those things at all. But what he did regret, however, were failures of kindness. Those opportunities he had to be kind to someone, and he let them pass. The Apostle Paul wrote to the believers at Ephesus, answering this question. So what does the Christian life look like? It's tempting to rush in with our answers, like possessing a particular political view, avoiding certain books or films, worshiping in a particular manner. But Paul's approach didn't limit them to contemporary issues. He does mention abstaining from unwholesome talk and ridding ourselves of things like bitterness and anger. Then, to conclude his talk, in essence, he says to the Ephesian people, as well as to us today, don't fail to be kind. And the reason behind that is because in Christ, God has been kind to you. Of all these things we believe the life in Jesus to be, one of them surely is to be kind. And let your mind focus on the kindness and the life that you're leading. Let your mind become a little aware and have some gentle movements in your head and your wrists, moving from side to side. And when you feel ready, turn into the position of a dreaming child. already. Coming up into an easy seated position. Taking a deep breath in. Exhaling, let your chin come to chest. Putting your hands out to your side, like cupcake hands. Breathing in, let your arms lift up as you inhale. Fingertips touch and meet, and as you exhale, bring your hands to heart center and pray with me. Gracious God and dear Jesus, as you have been kind to us, let us be kind to others. And together we say, Amen. Well, once again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today for this month of June's Faith and Yoga. And a special thank you to Erin, who comes and records this and sends it to the person that puts it on YouTube, and to her mother Pat, and to Judy and Fred. So thanks everyone. Have a great summer. We'll see you in July. Bye everybody.